I have a buffware that is a white buffware that's already mixed a little bit with the red art clay, and this is the buffware with red art in it. So I'm gonna combine these two together and kind of show you how to wedge them out. So this ball right here is pretty soft. It's wedging fairly easily. I'm folding this over when I'm doing this, the edge of it. And then I continue. So when I'm pushing it down, folding it, pushing, folding, and you can use less pressure if that's easier for you. I don't smush out more than 3/4. I mean, if you smush out too much, it's going to get stuck to your bat. But
yeah, notice how he's not totally flattening out the clay. And those little pops that you hear and the openings that you see are the air bubbles.
we'll do this. We'll kind of show you guys, like, let's pretend that's an air bubble. And as I fold that around, it's actually working its way back into the clay again. Now I'm going to take, obviously this clay is extremely soft, the red art clay that's here, because of the peaks and everything that it looks like. It's got the sheen on it, and so there's a lot of moisture. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to combine these. I would say probably this would be pretty difficult just to wedge by itself, but once you've established a good amount of clay that you're already wedging and it's getting pretty consistent, it becomes easier to fold that into your clay body. And that's a good way. Like if this clay body, this bit that I started with first was too dry, and then I add some way softer clay, I can soften the whole mound of clay and to make it where I could use it again. So you can see me folding. So it is sticking to my hand a little bit, but it's not sticking to this because this is the outside. I've cradled the soft clay while I'm wedging it, and it will work its way out. You can see it's pushing itself out here.
And what do you call this method of wedging?
This is chrysanthemum wedging. Some books call it chrysanthemum wedging. It's pretzel wedging. And most books written here, they just call it spiral wedging. So, and this is a pretty good amount. I think I'm probably wedging, I don't know, 6 or 7 pounds of clay.
Which most entry-level students, you won't be wedging quite this much.
So you can see this air pocket definitely like right here, working its way out.
Though it is easier to wedge a little bit more clay than a smaller amount. But you guys would typically wedge about a handful size. So how will students know when they're done wedging?
Well, when I'm wedging, I can feel how smooth, like when I'm compressing it, how smooth that is when I'm folding it over. If you're a student and you're learning, one thing you can do is you can grab a string, cut this in half, and what you're looking for is when you run your finger down, there's no waves in it. And I'd say like right here, there's a piece. You can see there's a little bit of inconsistency still in it. It's not completely slick yet or smooth. So I'm going to continue to wedge this out, and I'll probably do like 30 more compressions, and then I'll check again. So when I say 30 compression, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And it becomes a workout when you're getting more clay.